and minimum death. This is because some of you have been following the standard operating procedures that we put in place and getting vaccinated against the COVID-19. I've been informed by the Minister of Health that so far we have received a total of 48,897,520 doses. That is almost 49 million, to summarize it, to round it off. About 49 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines in the country through donations and through the purchase by the government. Of these, 26,281,000 doses have been given to the population. I'm reading the document of Minister of Health. They use their language. It has been administered, but you, the one you take it, has been given. Of these 26 million have been given to the population, and almost 23 million doses are still in the national medical stores. To date, 59% of the population, 18 years and above, have received at least 2 doses of the vaccine, while only 6% of the children aged 12 to 17 years have received 2 doses of the vaccine. This coverage is below our target of 28.5 million eligible Ugandans, 22 million adults, and 6.5 million children who are up to date with their vaccination against COVID-19. Below is the breakdown of the original priority groups and their vaccination status. The health workers, you remember during the time of the corona, we told you that certain categories of people must be vaccinated so that we are able to be sure that we can control the virus. The first group were the health workers, who are 150,000. These ones have received 277,000 doses, which means they have been vaccinated more than once, some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Because if you vaccinate fully both of them, then they should have used 300,000 doses. But here we are talking of 277,000. That means that some have not got among these health workers. Now, the teachers, the total number is 550,000. So, but 577 doses have been given to them. 577,000 doses. Again, not fully vaccinated. only 61% have been vaccinated, 2 doses of this group here, of the teachers. The elderly, they are 3.3 million. And they have received almost 3 million doses. And those who have been fully vaccinated are 1.5 million roughly, which is 44%. The people of the armed forces, there are 250,000. Those who are fully vaccinated 2 times are 73,000, which is only 29% of the total. So therefore, I continue to appeal to all of you to get vaccinated, because the coronavirus disease is still with us. I've been told by the Minister of Health that the positivity rate continues to vary between 0.4% to 1.2%. Although in the Western world and some parts of Asia, the coronavirus has started to increase again and even cause death, Africa has been relatively spared with low positivity rates. The National Task Force reviewed the current COVID-19 situation in the country and made the following recommendations to avoid a resurgence and flare up of infections. This should be adopted for implementation with immediate effect. Number 1, a certificate of vaccination with evidence of up-to-date boosting is a requirement for entry in formal meetings and public places. Kata awo mbafunyawo. Awo mbafunye. Togenda kukirizibwa kuyingira mu lukiiko oba mu lukungaana lwa bonna bw'oba tolina ekiraga nti bakakuba empiso 2 ate ne bateekamu n'ennyongeza ey'okusatu. Kati tolabaawo nti ngenda kufuna b'empisa mbi. This is a smart move now. You are not going to go to any formal meeting. Formal meeting means the cabinet, means the district council, means the parents association meeting in the school, means the church service. No, those the meetings, then public gatherings. So the 2. The meeting may be few people like a district council. Now we are not going to allow you to enter those. We are going to instruct all the managers of those events, of the meetings or the public gatherings, that somebody who does not have certificate of 2 vaccinations, because remember there were most of the vaccines needed 2 doses. There was only one called Johnson & Johnson, where you would have only 1 dose. So that we know the difference. If it is Johnson & Johnson, it is 1 dose. If it is the others, 2. Plus the booster. If you are in my group, like the Abakaire, the elders, the ones of, where did they start, 65? Or this 55? Where do we start with the elders? The 3.3 million are from what group?
The 3.3 million are from 50 years.
50?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. So those ones now need 3. If they did not use Johnson & Johnson. 2 doses first, and the nyongeza, the booster. If you got Johnson & Johnson, 1 plus a nyongeza plus the booster. Bus, ukuyingira mu bus, ukuyingira mu these taxis. I think these are all covered, are they not? So, these ones who are really wasting our time and endangering us. Number 2, where there is no up-to-date vaccination certificate, a negative PCR test within 24 hours is required. If you are not fully vaccinated, then you must show that you have been tested for corona 24 hours before or less. Number 3, COVID-19 vaccination certificate will be required to access offices at all government ministries, departments, and agencies. Tojja mu office ya gavumenti bw'oba otalina akakonge akalaga nti bakugema. Don't come to the government office if you don't have the proof that you have been vaccinated. Similarly, a COVID-19 vaccination certificate will be required to visit all public and private offices. Number 4, use of masks is recommended for all individuals in enclosed places and public gatherings. Like here where we are, I am the only one who is not putting in a mask because I'm a bit far. Otherwise, as you can see, if the cameras can show, my people are very, tovarava. These are citizens who respect the laws of the country. So if you are indoors, or public gatherings, please put on masks. And when you are alone, you can remove it so that because I know it is a little bit inconvenient. Number 5, the elderly of 50 years and above and those living with comorbidities are encouraged to get vaccinated and boosted at least every 6 months. Abakaire n'abalina ebizibu ebirala sukaali biki ebyo, don't say togamba nti bangema nebikomaawo. Buli mwezi 6 bakwongere every 6 months. Don't say I was vaccinated twice, I was boosted once. No. Get boosted every 6 months. The elderly. Individuals with symptoms of coronavirus or Senyiga or what should not go to closed or crowded places. Bw'owulira nti olinamu akasenyiga, sigala waka. Don't go. If you feel you have got some flu, don't go to meetings. Handshaking and hugging remain prohibited. Handshaking is a sijagadda. Handshaking. When this corona was starting, the Archbishop of Canterbury came here. And at that time, people were not clear. And they were saying I should shake the hands of His Grace so I get a blessing. And I said, no, He can bless me from a distance. And He blessed me from a distance. It was good for Him and for me also. Shaking of hands is totally prohibited because of corona, because of Ebola, because of all those things. And as already said, number 8, all eligible Ugandans should get vaccinated and boosted at least every 6 months. All eligible Ugandans should get vaccinated. You explain this a bit more. Jen, all eligible meaning who?
Your Excellency, from our regional population, 18 years and above are the eligible Ugandans who should get vaccinated and boosted every 6 months. But we also brought on board children 12 to 17 years.
Okay, so when you say eligible, you are talking of, so the boosting every 6 months is not only for the Bakairi, for the elderly.
Yes, it is for all the Ugandans 18 years and above.
18 years and above?
Yes, Excellency.
And the ones of 12?
To 17 years.
Also?
The children.
They also need to be boosted?
Yes, they get vaccinated 2 doses and boosted.
So now that means that everybody who is vaccinated must be boosted, to not confuse you. I direct the Minister of Health to relaunch the vaccination exercise and ensure more people are vaccinated, especially the elderly, those with comorbidities, and children aged 12 to 17 years. Let us work together to ensure that coronavirus does not flare up again. But maybe Dr. Jen could brief us about Ebola. What is happening to Ebola?
Your Excellency, I really must thank you. We have made good progress and we believe we are winning the fight. For the last...
You remove the mask so they can hear you well.
Your Excellency, we believe we are winning the fight. For the last nearly 12 days, we have had no cases. Kampala has been quiet with no cases. There have been no case in Mubende. And in Kasanda, we only got one case of a pregnant woman who had previously improved, but the baby died inside her womb, and when she was delivered of the baby tested positive. So that is the case that we are closely monitoring, but the woman remains negative. We have...
The woman was negative?
Yes, she had improved and we had discharged her.
Mm-hmm.
But the baby died in her womb. And when we delivered the baby and tested the baby was positive.
And the mother?
Negative.
Okay.
The breast milk is still positive.
Mm-hmm.
So we are monitoring her. We don't have any cases in Jinja, nor do we have any case in Masaka.
Very good.
So when we reach 17th of December, without any case, we will have made 21 days with no cases.
Very good. So you can see really, especially for Ebola, Ebola was a very simple disease. It was just bad behavior that was causing it. It's not like this. This corona is more troublesome because it was going through breathing, through the air. The other one was contact, and not only just contact, but intimate contact. So it was easier to stop. Now, I want also to mention a bit about some attacks on police personnel, which some people, I think some people are getting worried about those. But I can assure you that these are empty-headed plans which involve criminals. Some of them may be linked to ADF. Some of them may be linked to ADF, trying to steal money and some guns to rob money for ADF, and some of them for crime. But they are easy to deal with because when you attack armed people, you may succeed once or twice. But once the armed people are, they know that there is a group attacking them, then they are alert. So next time you come, you will not survive. And that is exactly what is happening. Like for instance, first of all, the other groups who started in the area of Mitiana, Chibogabit, many of those were arrested, including their leader, who is called Ndugwa Semogerere, and 22 others. All those were arrested. The ones who were involved in attacks in the Bukomero area, this was last year, some time ago? I think it was last year and a bit of this year. So all those have been arrested. You will see their case in court, including their leader, who had escaped and gone to South Africa when they were arresting the other 22, but he's now arrested. These are now under trial for killing 4 police officers, injuring 2 UPDF soldiers, and for robbing 5 government rifles, many of which were recovered. The police can give you the details. I don't know whether the details are in this document, but they had attacked UPDF and police patrols and police posts, respectively, in Wakiso, Busunju, and Kiboga between November and December last year, 2021. So that group was really wiped out. Now recently, on Saturday 26th, there was a music concert dubbed Sikyomu Charity Concert, which was being held in Kapeka playground. I think there's a school or something like that. I know Kapeka, but I don't know where they're talking of a playground. A joint UPDF police patrol consisting of 5 personnel under ASP Raymond Mujuni was tasked to ensure security of the event. As the patrol went about its work, it was attacked by criminals, during which Private Tufeyo Obed was shot dead. A soldier was shot dead at night. This was at night. As the criminals jumped to pick his weapon, the rest of the patrol opened fire on them, killing 2 instantly, and recovered 1 SMG rifle. Then these dead attackers were identified as follows. One of them, Tarasisi Marengere, a Murundi. This was identified by the locals because he was known in the area as a casual worker on one of the farms in the Kapeka area. Then the second one, Sekimpi Dennis. This was identified given several documents he had on his body, such as a national ID, a driving permit, a loan agreement, and other documents. The UPDF and police immediately swung into action and arrested 5 others who are currently being processed to court. An analysis of the documents on Sekimpi's body revealed that he is a resident of Kakunyu, Namsera, in Namsera Parish, Wakiso Town Council in Wakiso District, where he owns some rentals and is a member of NUP, Executive Committee of Wakiso District. This Sekimpi, who was killed in Kapeka, having attacked the patrol of the police. Preliminary forensic findings show that Sekimpi Dennis has been a serial robber using the very gun that was recovered from Kapeka, and others he got by killing security guards. He carried out, this same Sekimpi had carried out the following robberies and murders. On 30th October 2022, he shot dead a security guard by the names of Tumwine Badru at Bukomero town and took away the gun. On 11th November 2022, He used the very rifle he took from Bukomero to carry out a robbery on a fuel tanker loaded with fuel at Nakaloke, Mbare. The victims were tied and robbed of $1,200 and phones. On 6 February 2021, Sekimpi and others robbed cash of 2 million shillings from one Tendo Michael in Ruunga village in Mtiana district. On 6 March 2021, Sekimpi and others murdered one Cherane Junior Stanley at his home in Kibubula, Busunju Town Council in Mtiana district. On 19th March 2021, Sekimpi and another person riding on a motorcycle and armed with a rifle stormed Nakitoroko village, Namayumba, sub-county in Wakiso, and robbed a one Sereko Godfrey from his shop of cash worth 205,000 and moved to another place the same night, shot and injured Mugarura Issa and robbed his motorcycle UEG 884E. On 15th March 2021, Sekimpa and others robbed an SAR rifle from a private security guard of Security Plus in Namayumba. The rifle was later recovered on 28th April 2021 by flying squad and territorial police of Kachiri. It has been established that the Sekimpi Dennis has not been acting alone. He has a group of a number of people. I don't know whether I should read them here because we are still looking for them, but they are known. Oh, all of them have been arrested, so I can talk about them. Those who were working with him were Muonge Farouk, alias Vincenta, alias Salongo, Manyamangi. Then the other one, Biamukama Ivan, alias Afande. Then another one, Kaiso Innocent, and Mpande Muonge, alias Mose. All these have been arrested. Besides the above, 15 other Sekimpi associates were arrested, including 2 that were arrested at the Namaiba bus park as they were fleeing. These are Barundi, Ndagijimana Charles, and Sabu Mukunzi Muhammad. This part of the world is, you can see the chaos in the region. The insecurity in Burundi, in Congo, they think it's a joke. They think it's a joke. But, so in summary of the Kapeka attack is as follows. 24 suspects arrested, 1 gun recovered, 2 criminals killed. The attack on Ubusika, they are still looking for these people. Some have been arrested, but I don't want to talk about it here because it may interfere with the investigations. Then there was an attack on one of the gates of Gaddafi barracks in Jinja. The soldiers who guard some of the smaller gates. On 17th November, 2022, at around 2200 hours, 2200 hours is 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Sawanya Zekiro. Attackers attacked and murdered by shooting one Sergeant Eyagu Simon Peter at Gaddafi Amber Court Sumoro Gate in Jinja, and robbed 2 AK-47 SMG rifles. The said rifles were later recovered in Nkatu Parish, Northern Division, Uganda Municipality, on the 26th of November 2022. One of the assailants, one of the attackers, Private Arisovora Rogers, was killed. These UPDF are also like the Minister of Health. They are using the remote language, put out of action. But it simply means he was killed. During the recovery operation conducted by the UPDF and police, they identified this character who had been a former soldier, who had deserted and had come and killed, because he knew the barracks, he came and killed this fellow, I think also was not alert, but the army got information about him, and they went for him and killed him and recovered the 2 guns which he had taken from the other soldier who had been killed. The attack could have been the work of some 2 UPDF deserters who had been arrested before but escaped from prison. 3 UPDF soldiers have since been arrested. So summary of Gaddafi, one rogue UPDF deserter killed, 2 SMGs recovered, 3 suspects arrested. The group is not connected to the attacks on the police posts. Rogue UPDF deserters could have been targeting guns to carry out robberies in Jinja area for money, wanting guns for robbing money. Then in the area of Chikube must be in Hoima, on 23rd November 2022, unknown attackers attacked Private Wycliffe Musibira, a UPDF soldier, attacked 13 Battalion in Chikube district, and robbed an AK-47 SMG rifle. Musibira was one of the soldiers guarding Bugoma Forest Reserve under Kaseta Detach in Nyairongo village, Kaboya sub-county. This is in Hoima. The weapon was later recovered on 25th November 2022, and the prime suspect, a one Hafasha Teojan, was arrested. Then there was another attack at the Nakolevi police post on 23rd of November 2022 at around 4 a.m. Unknown armed people tried to attack Nakolevi police post, but were repulsed by police personnel who were on night duty, forcing the alleged attackers to flee, and in the process, one of the assailants abandoned his AK-47 magazine with a number of rounds of ammunition. A few meters from the scene, no injuries were sustained. So therefore, I want to assure the public that these are very shallow type of actions which should not worry you, because those which are linked with ADF, ADF is being destroyed in Congo by very powerful actions there. Now, here they may try to rob money, because they are now in a bad situation in Congo. In their stupidity, they were thinking that the forest is a safe place for them. But actually the forest is very good for us, because we have got ability to see in the forest, and because we have got a lot of capacity, we can destroy these people from long distance, even without reaching where they are. And that's what has been happening there. So these remnants here, who try to rob money, to do what, to plant bombs, they've been trying to plant bombs, but they can't succeed, because we are really destroying them. Now, attacking police posts, is even easier, because once they are alert, you come to attack, you will die. So this shouldn't worry you at all. But it's good that you, like for instance, this gathering in Kapeka, it was good that they had got security, because this fellow would have shot those revelers if there was no security around. It was not a lot of people, there were just 5 people, but they were able to react and kill this Sekimpi, who had been notorious in robbing and killing people for a long time. So I thought I should mention this so that you do not get worried. Also, when I'm moving around, sometimes they stop vehicles, which is something I wouldn't like. But because we still have these type of elements, that's why the security takes precautions, which sometimes inconvenience the public. But we are really weeding out, especially ADF in Congo, and we shall get rid of those inconveniences after